Greetings, Scrappy Peeps. Suzanna here today for Ellie's Studio to share with you this interactive spinny star that is in a window for my document December. So I will include a template. You do not have to do what I'm doing to punch the holes in here because I actually put the holes in on the digital cut file. So this is a digital cut file. It is so that you can have a flip open in your document December, and this will work. This is actually Traveler's Notebook sized. And so I want to cover the front page and cut a hole out of that. And so I'm going to run this through together. I'm going to find the star size that's going to fit, and you need to cut two of those and then find the hole or the opening that that star will flip in, or the window, and you can see my photo through part of that. So I'm going to cut two stars, and because I have a directional paper, this is from Ellie's Studio, you do need to be mindful of the direction that you put the stars when you put them back to back. And so I've orienting them the right way, making sure that they are what I want, and then I just use DMC floss as the element that the stars are going to spin on, that are going to attach it to the paper. I have some double-sided tape. Basically, it's sheets of double-sided tape. This is from ThermoWeb, and that allows me to adhere the stars together. You could run it through your Xyron and put backing on that too if you wanted. But this just allows me to give a little more solid to that star, to solid structure to that star. And then that way the DMC floss sticks really well and doesn't slide in there and maintains that straight line of the star. So I've put that on one side. I'm going to peel off the backing and put my DMC floss straight down, and then the other star on top of it, and that creates the spinny element. Then you need to have that adhered into your window, which I will get to in a minute once I've done that. But what I do want you to know is the way that I have made this here, I actually ended up flipping the page. So you'll see that I have that red and white stripe. It's like a candy cane stripe that is on the outside of the page. So you open it from left to right. This ends up actually being a left-hand page, not a right-hand page. The way that you cut the circle, you'll see it in a little bit. It actually leaves an impression on the back side, but I will cover that up with a photo. So that is the completed spinny part. Now I need to create the window for the spinny part. You do need to really have two layers to this, because that's where you're going to hide the DMC floss, and that's what you are going to suspend the string, the DMC floss from. So I have taped those together using some ThermoWeb adhesive, some temporary adhesive, and like I said, learn from my mistake and make sure that you put your die on the right side. That way you'll get less of a texture. If I'd put it on top, it would not have left the impression on the other side of my page. My die is sharp enough that it did actually cut both pieces of paper, which is fantastic. That way they line up exactly, and I don't have, so that's what I was showing you, the impression there. But because that ends up being a right-hand page, the way that I restructured things, I can actually cover that with a photo. What I am learning about this December daily process for myself is that I'm creating pages day by day, and I'm not really thinking of what's coming next. But because I have a lot of texture on these things, what's tough is that I could probably print on the cardstock and have less dimension in my book, but be it what it may. So that is just double-sided tape. That is going to hold the star in there. Voila, just like that. And then we need to cover those loose ends, and so that is what the paper on top is going to be about. If you wanted, you could use another sheet of white. You could actually have printed a photo and then cut the hole through that. That would have looked pretty cool. But that, my friends, is your little flippy thing. Pretty cool, huh? So I will actually do a flip through of this week of my December daily that will be coming, and you'll see how that actually ended up turning out. So just a quick tutorial on how to make that. That is the finished page. Enjoy the close-ups. Thanks for stopping in today. If you have any questions about this technique, please don't hesitate to leave them in the box down below. Take care.